How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you all the 91 overall signature series Bartolo Colon debut. You get this card by completing Cougs 46 moments, and I was able to get him on the mound. I want to try him out in a game of ranked season, so we will be going up against Wolfgang Smith, who has a pretty good budget team. He does have a few signature series players along with a couple guys that you can just pick up for just grinding the game out, as well as Oliver Perez on the mound. So not somebody who I've faced all that often. Every time I seem to face that Oliver Perez, though, in Battle Royale, he does do pretty well against me. But this game will be played on Hall of Fame difficulty, so we are at a 706 rating, and the opponent is right around 700s, low 700s as well. So we will be playing this one on Hall of Fame. He also is a 12-0 player. I'm not sure if this is his secondary account or something like that. I could definitely tell that this opponent was a good player right away. He was early on a lot of fastballs inside, which usually means that they have played the game quite a bit, or they are able to turn on pitches. He was also able to pull outside pitches, swinging with a little bit of early feedback so far, also going the other way. He was able to get kind of a rally going with 2 outs after the double play ball, after smacking that base hit the other way with Ozzie Smith. So we do have 2 down in the inning. Willie Stargell up at the plate, and I'm not really sure what happened here. I don't know if my controller was low on battery or something. I did get a message that popped up right after that, but I just got a weird throwing meter. I was pressing circle, tapping it like I normally do, and the meter just held down all the way. It was going into the red, so I didn't want to make an error. Luckily, I was able to get out of the inning. But started off this game with a line drive right to center field. Felt like I was all over that one. Good squared up. A little bit slower off the bat in terms of exit velocity, but same type of thing here with Willie Mays. Just have to look to continue to square up the ball successfully, and hopefully something can get going. Something can go over the outfielders' heads, or I can get something going with the base hit or so. But Willie Mays and Tony Gwynn going down to start this inning off. But Lou Gehrig's going to hit a curveball over the middle of the plate, sends it out for a home run. Not a no-doubter, but wasn't able to get out there to center field deep enough to rob that one. But we are facing Max Muncy, trying to settle down here in the second inning with Bartolo Colon. I do like to use this card. So far, I've liked to use him. He does have a nice sinker, good movement on it. I tried to look up some of his pitches and what he throws beforehand. And fastball coming in at 97 to 100 miles an hour so far throughout the second inning, first couple of innings, as well as the hard slider, 89 miles an hour. I think that this card would be most effective on Legend just because it already shrinks the PCI a little bit with that difficulty, as well as he doesn't have the highest hits and Ks per 9. But Joey Gallo with the pitcher spot up next with 2 outs is sending that one deep. I probably should have just walked him. Actually, there was 1 out. I was able to get the pitcher out, bringing up Ozzie Smith with 2 down, but probably should have just walked Joey Gallo in that situation, faced the pitcher and Ozzie Smith, and they don't really have an opportunity to do as much damage. But that's just a mental mistake there. I tried to get him out as well. It's you want the pitcher to lead off the next inning too, so it's kind of hit or miss, but this guy was definitely squaring up the baseball. If I missed location, he was going to square it up and hit it hard. And same thing for him. I mean, so far I have hit the mistake pitches. I've gotten a couple lineouts. I didn't get quite rewarded on all of the swings that I thought I might have already. But anyway, this opponent is getting some base hits to fall. So top of the third inning, he does have a lot more hits than I do. I only have that 1 home run. We are able to get a nice double play ball, though, from Ken Griffey Jr.'s bat to Roberto Alomar to Rogers Hornsby, completing that double play. But Willie Stargell is going to smack one outside off the plate, up the middle for a base hit. So that's kind of a swing I was kind of confused on, a little bit of an early swing, but he does hit it up the middle on a pitch outside. At the same time, I know Bartolo Colon doesn't have the highest hits and Ks per 9. I feel like with the better pitcher, though, that's probably a fly out, an early rollover, ground ball to the infield, but you never know. I felt like some of these swings, I was completely missing them. Some pitches that I could also hit right there with Roberto Alomar, pitch up in the zone. That's something that I'm looking for. Just didn't quite adjust and react in time. A little bit late here with Tony Gwynn, but Monte Irvin is going to track that one down in left field. I believe that was Monte Irvin out there. This guy had a little bit of a different team. He is able to play extremely well, though. I could definitely tell that this guy was a good player. He is able to hit the baseball, and Ozzie Smith is not going to double over Willie Mays' head there. I kind of hung that pitch, but he still has Oliver Perez in the game. and he's pitching pretty well against me. This is a point in the game where I have no idea what really happened. We had some lag off of that play, And then I couldn't even tell you what was going on in the field right here. I tried to hold him up. I was literally spamming triangle, pressing it, and he just kept going to third. It gave me a base runner on third base, but I ended up getting out of the inning anyway. So there were swings that I did not include that were bad in this game, and then there were also swings so far that were okay. I mean, kind of squared up, that could have resulted in hits. I'm not going to be able to include all of the clips in this video, but so far I only have one hit. And so far throughout this game, I feel like there's not really a chance for me to win. I mean, obviously that's not true. I'm only down 1 run, but the way that this game has gone, luckily Willie Mays robbed that ball out there in center field, or else I'd be down 2 runs. But the way that this game has gone, I just felt that I had to do everything perfectly to just simply get rewarded for a base hit. Right there with Piazza, I missed that one over the middle of the plate. Felt like I was losing this game by a lot more than 1 run. I know that everybody has had those types of games before where you can easily make the comeback, but just the way the game is going, it seems like you're down a lot more than just 1. I also needed to put together some better at-bats. I was swinging early on in the count. At the same time, I mean, this opponent was pitching really well. I have to give him credit as well. Throughout this game, it's a 2-1 game, and I feel like I'm beat already. He's able to make some plays with his pitcher, this Oliver Perez, make me uncomfortable a little bit at the plate. But going with the pinch hitter Pablo Sanchez, the contact-focused creative player that plays shortstop, so he does have 99 speed. And I don't know what else I would have to do to hit that one for a base knock. I felt like I was all over it, waiting on the outside pitch, squared it up nicely. This one with Tony Gwynn, I was kind of anxious. I was waiting for the fastball. He threw it up and above the zone and got me to chase a little bit. So this opponent was definitely pitching really well. There were certain times where I felt like I needed to be aggressive. I felt like I needed to try and power swing. Felt like I was trying to do too much, maybe getting a little bit in my own head at this point in the game. But I mean, it's 2-1 game. I only have 3 hits, and I felt like I've hit the ball. I mean, maybe this guy has hit it a little bit better than I have up until this point, but I felt like I should be right in the game. I guess I am, but at the same time, we both should have had probably a few more runs. I mean, just as those hits that I'm getting lined out on and stuff like that, then that slow roller chopper is going to drop in for a hit with Griffey. Just very strange, some of these hit results. But once again, I mean, I swung at a low slider, low in the zone with Piazza on that last swing, and it was below the zone. I did square it up, but I hit it right to him. And obviously, I need to get better pitches over the middle of the plate and square them up that are strikes. But 11 hits to 4 hits. I felt like this guy was getting everything to fall in. Not that he didn't deserve these hits. I mean, he's squaring up the ball. He's hitting it well. I just wanted to kind of clarify some of the thoughts that I'm having while I'm playing this game. I did have a chance to get a double play on this ball. I think that changes the entire inning when 26 speed's able to beat out a slow chopper to second base. That can definitely adjust the inning. I mean, he goes to a pinch hitter with Michael Brantley up at the plate, and 26 speed is going to come around and score on Willie Mays. So there's not really anything I could have done right there except for maybe bring my outfield in. This opponent was able to get some stuff to fall in. I mean, he sends a base hit up the middle, a similar hit that I had earlier in the game that was snagged. My pitcher could have easily made the play, and just felt like I was slightly off of it at the plate on this one. But also going into this game, I didn't expect to, completely dominate this guy with Bartolo Colon. As soon as I saw that he was a 12-0 player, I knew that it was going to be a tough game. I figured I could lose it. I mean, I had a win streak going on in ranked seasons. The last game that I ended up losing, that was a full 9-inning game, was against Cougs. So if I lose this one with Bartolo Colon and Cougs moment, then I guess it only makes sense. But we are facing Ken Griffey Jr., the top of the 9th, and just out of Roberto Almar's reach. A couple of seeing-eye singles, and that can be the difference in this game. I mean, no home runs are really hit. I mean, I robbed the one that he hit with Willie Stargell. I robbed it with Willie Mays, and the one home run that I had with Lou Gehrig was in the first inning. I have no idea what Rogers Hornsby is doing. He's jogging to the baseball out there in center field, and as soon as that one was hit, I just had a feeling that it was going to fall into center field. I mean, it was a blooper. The way Rogers Hornsby reacted to it, I felt like he was going to just let that ball drop. Exactly what happened. I was kind of just laughing at that point. I mean, there's nothing really you can do. The very next batter sends one into the gap. I missed the location. Obviously, that was not a good pitch. But it just changes the entire inning. I could have been out of that inning a couple times with that double play. It all started with that double play ball, but we gave up a couple runs. We're down 6-1 now, and just really no hope of coming back in this one. The way that the game's gone, I did have a couple of frustrated swings. There was one of them. I wasn't really patient enough at the last part of this game, just because I didn't really feel like there was a chance for me to come back in this one. The base hits finally started to fall a little bit, though. I was able to square up the ball. Probably the best I have all game so far in this one, but I kind of just wanted to give you guys my live reaction. I was able to lose that game 6-1, end up striking out with Piazza very next batter. But thank you guys for watching. That is 91 Bartolo Colon in his debut. Did not get the dub, but he pitched all right, only a few innings. And hopefully I can get him on the mound another time for a win. But thank you guys, and peace out.